Hello everybody, Dan Babis here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. Alright guys, so let's get into it. Today we have some breaking news about everyone's favorite youth pastor, Ben Rathbun. Ben has just been arrested for driving under the influence. The news has just broken as of 30 minutes or perhaps an hour ago. So we know a few details about what Ben was doing. However, more information probably will come out at a later time. So let's take a look at the news, which comes from TMZ. TMZ, of course, is a great source when it comes to breaking news of this sort. So here you have it, guys. Ben Rathbun busted for drunk driving right there. And this is a photo of his mugshot that TMZ was able to get their hands on. So you could see Ben, clearly him. He has that lazy eye that we've all grown accustomed to. And that is Ben with a mugshot right there. All right. 90 Day Fiancé star Ben Rathbun is spending time behind bars after getting busted for drunk driving in Michigan. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ that Rathbun was arrested early Tuesday morning for OUI, operating while under the influence of alcohol and driving with a suspended license. Oh my goodness. Details of what led up to Ben's arrest are currently unclear, but records indicate that his bond has been set at $10,000. That is unbelievable, guys. So not only was he driving under the influence or driving while under the influence of alcohol, he was also driving with a suspended license, which is also a crime. So he was doing two bad things at the same time. That's pretty shocking, right? Considering that Ben, portrays himself as this very religious man, and he was a former youth pastor, and here he is breaking the law. All right. Ben's story on season 5 of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days has been an interesting one. The 52-year-old father of 4 met his 22-year-old girlfriend Mahogany online. Many believe that Mahogany, who is from South America, was catfishing Ben, but when they actually met, it turned out she was the real deal. Now, it's unclear if Mahogany was with Ben or even in the country at the time of his arrest, but reports as recent as last month say the two are still dating. All right, guys, so that is the breaking news piece that I wanted to bring to you guys. So some pretty shocking stuff right there. Ben arrested for OUI, driving while under the influence of alcohol. I have to say that this is not something that I saw happening this season. Also, as you can see in the piece, it's not clear if Mahogany was with Ben. In fact, we saw a picture of the two. As you guys know, if you've been following the channel for the last few weeks, the two were spotted together at a mall in Lima, Peru, perhaps 2-3 weeks ago. Now, some people have doubts about whether that picture was whether it was real, organic, I guess we could say, or whether it was a setup to try to mislead fans, and also people that cover the show, like we do right here on this channel, into thinking that perhaps this is more of a couple than they actually are. Because we know that on this current season of 90 Day Fiancé, Ben and Mahogany is the fakest couple that we have, not just on this season, perhaps of any season of 90 Day Fiancé. There is nothing authentic about these two. Everything feels fake. It feels scripted. It feels rehearsed. Even some of the other elements of their relationship, like Mahogany's parents, they kind of seem like they're in on it as well. Everything just seems off with these two. Just very bizarre overall angle, I guess we can say. And also, Mahogany is also much, much younger than Ben. Ben is 52. They just look very odd together when you see them together on the show. So just a overall bizarre, a relationship angle. Now, I did want to get something else to you guys. I was actually going to do a separate video on this today, but because this is breaking news, we definitely had to tackle this right away. Now, Ben came on. He did an interview about a week ago, perhaps less than a week ago, where he addressed some of these rumors that, we all have about him and Mahogany, and also, people saying that he's a predator and things of that nature. So I'm going to pull up this other piece. This one comes from ET Online, from Entertainment Tonight, and we're going to take a look at what Ben said about this, about all these accusations, really about him and Mahogany. So here we go. 90 Day Fiancé's Ben explains Mahogany's lies in response to being called a predator. All right. So Ben opened up about his much talked about journey with Mahogany this season. E.T. spoke to the fitness model about the alarming lies he's caught Mahogany in, as well as the criticism he's faced from fans over the significant age difference. Ben, who is a former pastor, connected with Mahogany online, and they bonded over their faith. Despite their age difference, Ben is 52. Mahogany said she was 24, but of course it turned out she was actually 22, which was a bomb that was dropped by her parents, and almost it felt scripted. It felt like they were dropping that to create drama. Just that was yet another instance of what is so bizarre about these two. And the fact that Ben had been catfished before, he's convinced she's the one and traveled to Peru to meet her. However, his family and friends were suspicious, given that her photos were obviously heavily filtered. Although Mahogany was a no-show for the first time, she eventually did show up, and they eventually met, and they went on that trip in the desert of Peru, very romantic. However, things are still up in the air with the two. Now, this is what he says. In my opinion, there's two different kinds of people that do social media. One is someone that wants to show what's going on in their lives every single day, and they want to be real and authentic and show everyone who they are. When I see Mahogany's page, it's not like that at all. She posts maybe once every 2 or 3 months, and it's just for fun. It's more for it's more for art. Like, if you look at her page, just a bunch of pictures of selfies that look really well done, and some are like from 2 or 3 years ago. She doesn't update. So in my opinion, she's not really trying to deceive anyone. She's having a fun time. So if she's a young girl at 20 years old and she finds an app that kind of morphs your face, so we got all kinds of filters, Snapchat filters, and we had a good time with it, and she posted it. She never thought the entire world would be looking at that and judging her for it, you know? She was just having fun, so I don't have any problem with it. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. He said, in his opinion, Mahogany wasn't deceptive at all when it comes to her pictures. Oh my goodness, Ben, could you be lying anymore? This is crazy. And here you have, you have comparison of the real Mahogany and the Mahogany on, on social media, the image that she conveyed. I could tell the pictures were doctored a little bit, and I didn't really take it seriously. To me, it was much more of a spiritual connection. And she wouldn't send me pictures, no video chatting. Okay, let's just go scroll down a little bit over here. As for more big lies he caught Mahogany in during a previous episode, like her mom telling him that she's 22 years old, Ben said he no longer thinks it's a big deal. Ben was shocked during the episode, given that he has a daughter who is also 22 years old. So Mahogany didn't keep reiterating the lie. It was a one-time lie, something that I would tell my kids. If you meet a strange older man online, don't tell him your social security number. Don't tell him your address. Don't tell him your age. If you do tell him your age, change it up, because you don't know if you're going to be a stalker or a crazy person. So he says it's not a problem for him at all. And then he also goes on to say that really had more to do with my kids. So the fact that she's 22 years old, he says, had more to do with the fact that he has a daughter that's the same age. I just thought if she's older than my kids, psychologically, it's not a big deal. So for him, the 2 years difference obviously is a huge, huge deal. Now, I'm just scrolling by this interview because I honestly, I'm not getting the sense that Ben is being completely truthful in this interview. Just my opinion. He's saying that, it's not a big deal that she lied to me. None of these things. It's not a big deal that she heavily filtered her images. None of that is really a big deal. Honestly, I'm not liking what Ben is saying or the way he's saying it. It's actually leading me more to believe that this is more of a bizarre, weird, and a rehearsed angle than already it is. Now, I just want to get to the part where he addresses being a predator, because that's really what I wanted to get to from this piece right here. Let's see if we can get to that. There's no one in this world that loves Mahogany more than her dad. So all of her viewers out there that are so concerned for her think that I'm a predator coming after a young girl. Trust me when I say the dad cares more about the situation than anyone from the outside, he says. So if he sees that I'm very, very healthy, which is I find myself the exception, and I'm sure that's probably rationalizing what I'm doing. So I'll give you that. But I'm incredibly healthy. I take care of my body, and it's a huge priority, and I want to live for a very long time, and I want to have the best health that I possibly can. So I guess what he's saying here is that because he's healthy, he's not a predator. I'm just trying to understand what he's saying here, because he's kind of approaching it, but saying that, oh, from the outside it looks bizarre, but her dad, he sees that I'm healthy and I'm kind of the exception for a 52-year-old. And so I'm very, very healthy and I want to live for a very long time. And so he's kind of rationalizing this as if this somehow makes him not a predator. Very, very bizarre. So, I hadn't looked at that article in full beforehand. So I was not familiar with that, with the last few paragraphs there. Very bizarre overall explanation. This just makes me have more question about Ben and Mahogany. And of course, we know that Ben, well, obviously he was drunk driving with a suspended license. So he goes on about being a very pious man all the time, but obviously perhaps he is not quite as pious as he leads on. Of course, he could have made a mistake, but when you go on about how righteous you are all the time, people are going to be harsher on you. So I just wanted to kind of bring you guys the breaking news about Ben being arrested, and also some of his comments about what he makes of the criticism, because there's been a lot of criticism for Ben and Mahogany, and a lot of it has gone Ben's way. Recently, a lot of it has gone Mahogany's way. Some people have actually changed their tune on Ben, because in the recent episodes of 90 Day Fiancé, Ben on the show is actually saying what we're all thinking as viewers. He's saying, oh my God, she's lying to me. Oh my God, that is an Airbnb. Oh my God, she is, younger than she told me. And he even at some point was considering just kind of leaving and taking off. And even in the next episode, I believe, he is still not going up to meet Mahogany and her parents. They're having breakfast, and he is, hesitant about going to meet him because Mahogany has kind of ghosted him after he sent her about 10,000 messages on her phone explaining everything about his ex-wife and the relationship that he has with her, because Mahogany had all kinds of questions. And of course, according to Mahogany, she can't really know if she can trust Ben anymore based on the answer that he gave her. Ben in turn is saying, well, I don't know that I should be questioned, because I feel like she has a lot of lies and things that she needs to answer for, so I don't know why she's questioning me. It's that whole, no, he's a catfish, no, you're a catfish, no, you lied to me, no, you lied to me kind of thing going on again with these two. So once again, very bizarre. We'll see what happens with these two. We'll see what happens on the next episode. Like I said, we do have some pictures showing that they might be together in the present time, but some people don't really believe that that's true and believe that that's another information plant, just to keep us guessing or to add spice to this angle. So we'll see what happens on that front. We'll also keep an eye out on what happens with Ben while he is in jail, and we'll see what happens if he makes bail. I don't know if we have that information yet. I think it said that it was set at $20,000, and so he's in big trouble. We'll keep an eye out on the situation, and we'll update you guys if there is any news on the Ben story. All right, guys. So I just wanted to bring this to you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. Please hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.